Just trying to give everybody some time to get past all the stupid freaking commercials that they make me play. Well, they actually play on their own before the show actually starts, and I know people find that annoying, but unfortunately that's how I get paid from doing podcasts, is the media pushing their little crappy, stupid, I don't know what the hell they're doing, you know, what they're advertising, Whataburger this, Whataburger that. It's insane. But anyway, topic at hand, which I think really needs to be pointed out, is media. What part of the virus isn't causing this pandemonium do you folks not understand? Everybody is blaming this virus, and little by little, this country is shutting down. Now, a lot of people, I could be wrong about this, but... And I really want to be wrong about this. Do not get me wrong. I want this to be just another conspiracy theory that gets, drug along somewhere and gets swept under the covers. I hope to God it is. But due to the mass media propaganda, panic and fear-mongering, folks are out there literally almost cutting each other's throat over the last loaf of bread. Now, I want you guys to keep in mind, it is not the virus doing this, folks. We have seen this time and time again. There is nothing new under the sun. And as I stated earlier, I was involved in a debate on K-Texas. The media needs to be held responsible. The truth is, people, that fear is what's killing you. Fear is the virus. The media is pushing fear. Fear is the real virus. If you get people scared, they'll submit to anything. Literally anything. In the interest of protecting their lives and their loved ones. Turn off your damn TVs. Listen to real people that have a real message. Don't listen to these stupid tabloid artists. And by the way, I want you to keep in mind that I think it was in Tyler, Texas, a 23-year-old got up there and posted a fake positive test for coronavirus. This man is facing criminal charges, as he said that he only did it for a social experiment to prove to everyone that not everything you read online is true. And every single time I open up Facebook, that's all I see. Coronavirus, COVID-19, 5 people dead, 5 more critically on their deathbeds, blah, blah, blah. And even if a rational person sits back and compares the numbers to the seasonal flu, the numbers we're seeing every single day, for the next 2 years, you still couldn't even match the seasonal flu, because the seasonal flu is going to outkill the coronavirus every single year. The media has got to be held accountable. That's all there is to it. 2016, around the election cycle, it was Zika virus. It's going to kill all of us. 2015, all we heard every time you opened up social media, ISIS, ISIS, ISIS. They're going to come to America. We got to do this. We got to do that. Everybody, panic, everybody. 2014, it was the Ebola virus. I'll never forget. We sat there on the news and watched this quarantine van go all over the city. It was almost like when the Pope had died, how we had to watch him get carried all over Vatican City until his final resting place. Hours of that shit. Now, what do you think's going on behind that curtain? While everybody's focused their attention to that, what do you think is going on behind the curtain? Folks, the coronavirus is the curtain. All right? It's the curtain. Now, am I saying there's no virus? Of course not. I would be an idiot to say that. There's always been a virus. And there always will be a virus. There's always going to be some bacterial infection or some virus that the media is going to pick up and run with and get everybody just paranoid and willing to submit to anything the government tells them to do. It's all about submission, folks, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're depending on it. They're counting on it, and they know it's going to play out just the way they want it to, because the vast majority of the American population are sheep, and they will do exactly what they're told in the interest of saving themselves. 60 million people died of Zika virus. Do you see the government rounding up people like we did in China? Are you seeing them being forced into a building and welded inside? Do you see military in the streets in Italy shutting people up in their houses and walking around spraying all this God knows what in the atmosphere? What the hell are they spraying? As if that's going to do any good. That's not going to do any good. We could take it as low as a mosquito pandemic. I used to live down there on Surfside Beach. Every night, every single night, the pest patrol trucks would come in and spray that shit in the air, and it would have you choking. And guess what? The very next night, before the trucks come, you walk outside during the summertime, mosquitoes out the ass. You're not going to get rid of it. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're spraying. To me, it's just more things that they're doing to make it look more serious. Just like they changed the name of coronavirus to COVID-19 for different reasons. For one, I think it sounds scarier. And for two, the crying left was calling it a racist thing because Trump said Chinese virus. Well, it was initially called the Wuhan virus. It did come from China. Then it got changed to the coronavirus, which has been around forever and a day. The virus that we're seeing now has been in the country, God, I don't even know how long it's been here. Over 6 months. I've heard that from many sources in the medical field. It's been here. But now's a critical time to push it. Now, why do you think that is? Now, I could go on and on about it, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to sit here and tell you what the real threat is, people. The real threat's not the virus. The virus is not stabbing people over loaves of bread. The virus isn't forcing people into their homes. The virus isn't shutting everything down. The government is. And it's sad to see all these people. Oh, God, their people are dying. Yeah, of course they're dying. That's what humans do. We're born, we live, we die. In the world we live in today, natural death is not as prominent as people dying of some kind of ailment. Cancer, diabetes, heart disease, suicide. Outnumbers it, the coronavirus, infinitely. So why the hell is everybody fixated on the coronavirus? Well, I'll tell you why. Because the media is telling you to. And I think the media needs to be held responsible for this because it's causing mass hysteria. It's causing stress. You know, you can actually sue a person for defamation of character and also get more money for the stress that it caused you. So if a person can be sued in a world where everyone can get sued for every little thing, I think we need to round up a bunch of volunteers and we need to start consulting some litigators, and let's get this show on the road. Let's start tagging, let's start putting the screws to these media sources that is spreading this panic, because the panic itself is causing more damage to this nation than any virus ever could. That's my thoughts on it. Now, when I say this, of course, I get memes of, folks wearing a tinfoil hat. The government would never do anything like that, Dan. I don't understand why you think that way. Why do you think that way, Dan? That doesn't make any damn sense. Oh, you're right. The government would never, ever do anything to harm its citizens. Of course not. Enforce vaccinations, enforce quarantine. Hell, look at California right now. In certain parts of California, they're actually forced into their homes, and you're not coming out. And they're threatening people that do come out with fines and imprisonment. What do you think that is, people? Not only is that completely illegal, but they're doing it right there in front of the public eye. And on the flip side, I kind of agree with what's going on in California, and I'll tell you why. Because you have people out there taking Pelosi's in the street. Right there in front of diners. People are sitting there trying to have a good meal. They look out there and they see some bum squatting and taking a Pelosi right on the sidewalk. It's filthy. California is a filthy, filthy state. So yes, to a certain degree, I think some of these assholes should be put in their homes and not allowed to biochemically attack the public with their feces and their methane emissions and their piss stains all over the place. It's just gross. So vote another Democrat in there, people. I guarantee you in Nancy Pelosi's neighborhood and her beautiful gated community, there's none of that stuff going on. I guarantee you they're not being quarantined. Now you got celebrities up there talking about, we are starting a movement. It's the self-quarantine movement. Kevin Bacon just got up there and said, oh, we're going to start this movement. It's a challenge. It's a quarantine challenge. We challenge you to lock yourselves up in your home. What kind of a challenge is that? Like, seriously, folks, what the hell do you think they're doing this for? Now they're using celebrities to push the agenda. And I've noticed something. Celebrities are never used to really get something done. You know, in the Ferguson riots, all it would have taken was Barack Obama to get up there and make a statement, or some NBA player to get up there and make a statement telling everybody to calm down. That could have squashed the whole thing. No, they won't do that. So people need to quit listening to the news, stop listening to their Hollywood idols, get up there, who don't give two shits about you, and they're not quarantining themselves. You think all of California is being quarantined? No, they're not. Beverly Hills? Nah, it's business as usual. Look at all these rich people, these globalist elites out there walking around freely, and then you go to other parts of California and you see these guys in hazmat suits pushing people into their homes. It's an attack, people. We are being attacked, and it's not some damn virus doing it. So I think it's high time for everybody to open their eyes, come out of their slumber, and start putting the screws to these people that are causing this before it's too late. That's just my thought. I'm doing what I can. I'm trying to spread the message around as much as possible. The rest of it is up to you guys. Share this around. Tag people. And if anybody has any disputes we want to talk about, we can do that. I'm all about communication, people. I'm not just saying that this is the way it is. This is the way I'm seeing things. And history is our best teacher, or should be anyway. It's also our most overlooked lessons of life. People don't learn from history, obviously. But what the hell do I know? So I think I'm going to go ahead and cut this segment short. I'm going to try my best not to extend 30-minute segments because I understand people got lives, they got things they got to do. I think 15 minutes into a lunch hour is sufficient enough to get what I got to say out, and I think people would agree for the most part. Also, Facebook has been hard up on spamming almost everything I post, and in the not too distant future, I would expect a notification saying this is going to be spammed, and I'm going to have to refute it and wait a couple of days, and it'll probably be back up again. YouTube, likewise, kicking me off. Everything I put up there, YouTube kicks me off of it. It's just a matter of time before I don't have a YouTube channel, but I do have a BitChute channel, and BitChute is an uncensored blockchain platform specifically for people who love freedom of speech, can express themselves. There are, however, certain stipulations, of course, the obvious. No pornography and shit like that. They don't want that up there, which is totally understandable. But as far as speaking truth, they're all for it. So I'm going to be giving out my information, how you can get on my BitChute channel, which will be connected to my Spreaker podcast, so you don't have to just download Spreaker. You can get on BitChute for free and listen to the show there. So I'm going to sign off now. This is RTR 66.6, your old fan Dan here, and I will catch you guys on the next episode.